Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got three entities here, and at least one of the three is lying. Well, we're going to try to maybe identify who could be the liar or who could be the liars, because it could be two of them, or maybe all three of them. Is that a possibility? It is. Let me show you what's going on here. Remember when the Russians attacked Kiev with their Kinzhal missiles on two occasions? The one Kinzhal that was supposedly blown up by the Ukrainians over Kiev, and then 6 again were blown up, I think, again over Kiev. Remember those ones? Yes. Yes, you do. If not, I just told you. So if during those attacks, it's been reported by some of the liars, or maybe the truth tellers, that the Patriot systems downed a Russian bomber. Now, bomber, it's, I think, either in this case, should be a MiG-31. That's the one that would carry Kinzhal. Or you're going to have a Tupolev 109, 105, the big guys that are coming from the Caspian Sea. These guys are the ones with the missiles. The rest were launched by the Iskander, by the S-400s, with the Iskanders, and by the, or 300s, I think. 400, I think. And then the other one, doesn't really matter. This was the ground-launched missiles. And then you have the Black Sea from the ships. So it's not in the Black Sea. No, the surface should be the air, because there was bombers. The only bombers that were in the air were the ones from the Caspian Sea, and the other ones was a MiG-31 with a Kinzhal. They claimed they downed one. Now, in order to down one of those bombers do not come on Ukrainian territory. If you look over the map from Kiev until to the border where these bombers could have come and then veered away, it's a lot of miles over there. 300, 200 miles, something like this. Now, I don't know if, as far as I know, I don't think Patriot hits that far, right? With the radar and all that, because they didn't come close to Kiev and then they veered away. No, they come far away, go high, turn around, release it, and they do whatever they do and go over. And these guys claimed, CNN claimed, I have two articles here that I will share with you. CNN claimed that some Pentagon weasels reported that Ukraine used Patriot missiles or air defense to destroy one bomber. Okay, everything was okay at that time. It happened a few days ago when the article came. I saved it and I said, it's kind of impossible, but hey, I'm going to hold off to it. And what happened? Now the Ukrainians come and say, oh, that's not true. We didn't do it. So someone is lying. Now, are the guys in the Pentagon lying? Is CNN lying? Or the Ukrainians? Or all of them? Because let's say these guys tell the truth and these guys are lying, or those guys are lying, these tell the truth. Who the hell? Everything is possible here. Because CNN, Pentagon, and the Ukrainian weasel with the mass media, you know what I mean? So we have at least 3 suspects. Let's see this first article here. Ukrainska Pravda, May 19th, 2023. Russian bomber shot down by Patriot system. Right? So this is one of the articles that I had. And it says here, the next one, May 19th, Ukraine does not confirm a Russian plane downed by Patriot system. Now, which one is it? I thought I got this one earlier, but it was another article that I have, but I thought I got that one. Nevertheless, let's see what these guys are saying in the first article. The Ukrainian military has used the Patriot air defense system to shoot down a Russian bomber. So remember, both these are from Ukrainska Pravda, and the other one is from the New Voice of Ukraine, both government-owned and all that. So this is what the Ukrainians say. The Ukrainian military has used the Patriot air defense system to shoot down a Russian bomber. This is Ukrainska Pravda saying. So this is the article. Source revealed in a comment to CNN by unnamed representatives, plural, of the Pentagon and the US Congress, as reported by European Pravda. So we got another one. I mean, these guys took it from CNN. So it's the representatives of the Pentagon and US Congress. So it's at least 2 guys here, which supposedly reported to CNN, And CNN made an article. European Pravda took it, throw up with it, and then you got Ukrainska Pravda, eating the vomit from European Pravda. And let's move on. As noted, the Russian plane targeted by Patriot was going to launch missiles at Ukrainian targets. Other air defense systems that are in service with Ukraine do not have sufficient range for this kind of task. Got it? So probably only the Patriot could do it. But I know Patriot doesn't go more than 200 miles or something. But hey, I could be mistaken. You know what? Let's check it out. Actually, what the hell? All right. So I just said Patriot systems range, and they gave me roughly 20 to 100 miles. The Patriot in the U.S. military most advanced air defense systems with a range of roughly 20 to 100 miles, depending on the threat. All right, so that means that could not have been destroyed unless the Patriot systems were deployed, which I don't think they were, on the border. They were all deployed, which there are 2, I think, in Kiev to defend the weasels. And I go back here and I tried another one here. And right here it says, the system radar has a range of more than 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers. The NATO said into the wild, blah, blah, blah. So I did this one, and they asked me for all kind of, and I don't want to give them shit. So anyway, let's go back to the first article. So U.S. officials said the Ukrainians personally decide how to use Patriot to defend themselves. Patriot is considered one of the most sophisticated. Here is the commercial for us, and I'm not going to look for it. Earlier, the media reported that a Patriot air defense system had been damaged. The Pentagon said that one of the Patriot systems in Ukraine had indeed been damaged, and it's already been repaired. Good job. All right, and now we go to the second article. Ukraine does not confirm Russian plane down by Patriot system. Ignat is this weasel right here, and I'm quoting Yuri Ignat. And I'm quoting, we did not announce this. When we shoot down something, we announce it on our own page, reflected in our infographics, end quote. Ignat told Radio Liberty on May 19. Yeah, we believe you. Okay, yeah. They try to build here trust. I don't think so. And I'm quoting again, we did not announce it. So this came from someone else, as they say. Well, we know exactly who got that one, didn't we? Got the... Where is it? Pentagon and U.S. Congress representatives, unnamed. So, okay. And CNN. Citing unnamed U.S. officials, CNN reported that in recent weeks, Ukrainian air defense forces had shot down at least one Russian military aircraft using a U.S.-made Patriot missile defense system. It didn't say the recent week, but whatever, maybe the article on CNN says that. The enemy bomber was reportedly preparing to launch cruise missiles at the country. They were not on the territory. According to Ukraine's general staff, since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russia has lost 308 aircraft. Okay, well, this is something else, and is nothing about that. So someone is lying, my friends. Who's the liar, pants on fire here? Are the two Pentagon and U.S. Congress weasels? Is CNN making up stories? Is the Ukrainians who don't want to agree to that? Because if they were agree to that, they could reveal that maybe they have one by the border. I don't know. The point is, they point finger at one another, and that's funny because actually they all lose credibility. I mean, not that they had any before this, at least for me. Okay, for me, none of this. It used to be this joke here in the United States of America. I think still is. How can you tell a politician is lying? His lips are moving. So the same here. A politician, okay. Pentagon lying, okay. CNN, oh my God, no, in a million years. And then the Ukrainska Pravda and the military. You think the military is going to say that? So what could be the reason why they said no? I tell you, because I don't think the Ukrainians would like to reveal the possible position of that. Remember, let me show you a map so we can do that one. All right, let's cover our butts, as one of my bosses used to say. Coward, actually. So here we have Kiev right here, right? And here is the border. So I know from Kiev, here is more than 200 kilometers. This would be out of the range, I would say. because I know Romania pretty well, and I know the distances here. So I know that, let's say, from the center to here, from the center, I don't have here a, like a legend, but it doesn't tell me the distances. I know that when I checked before. But I don't want to go in a different map, because I know the distances here from here to here. I don't think it's more than 200 miles, if it is 200 miles in straight line. So if I go here, the battery would not be reaching far here, from here to here. So if the bombers came from the Caspian Sea, which they came from here, all right, they turned around, they veered here somewhere because they're afraid something can wait for them right here. So they would probably veer right here, which is at least 300 miles away from Kiev, and they released that. If they came from this area, the same way. They didn't veer right here, because what if the Ukrainians have something here? It could have. And that's why probably the Ukrainians say, no, we didn't hit anything, because otherwise the Russians say, okay, it was hit. Where was it hit? Was it hit right here? Okay, if it, let's say it was hit by Kursk, it's out of the range of a Patriot that was in Kiev. So that means they must have something closer, which will be right here. So let's look over them right here. But the Russians claim that it's very easy, actually, to pinpoint the Patriot systems, because they're static. And once they start boom, 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 and something with their radar, the radar supposedly transmits some wavelength, or whatever you want to call them, in a certain wavelength of a certain kind that lingers, and it's easy to detect, or something like this. I covered it in another article. I'm not going to bother to use the technical lingo here. But nevertheless, probably that's why the Ukrainians might say, no, we didn't hit anything. You know what I mean? But the Russians know. I mean, the Russians know, because they know the range, and if they were hit while in Russia, they know they have it over there. So then, on the other hand, it would make no sense for the Ukrainians to say anything but brag about it. So I don't know exactly what the situation is there. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.